Well, we say good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're here with Joseph Bayoka Dean, and Mr. Dean gonna be impersonating Benoni Urey. And this particular skit or this particular broadcast is actually brought to you by Tuberg. Tuberg is an original grain beer all the way from Denmark. I call it the Copenhagen beer, and it is the beer that was brewed, when the king asked for something more relaxing. So Tuberg comes also in cans right here, and they can be found in stores everywhere in Morovia. And you see that? Look at the date, 1880. That's when the cans were here, but they say 1873 when actually it was brought back. But if I take a box here, take a look, a bottle, it's 4.6 alcohol. That's the volume, and a 0.33 liters. So this is imported by Dincorp and Group of companies, and you can enjoy. Just go to any supermarket near you and ask for Tuberg. And the good news about this beer, when you go to parties and you see beers are open, you find most especially the females, the guys as well, but the females will do that. They open the beer with their mouth, use their teeth to open the beer, which is something that is not cool at all. This beer, Tuberg, comes with its own snap opener, so you could just lift that up, and boom, you're into it. You see right there, Mr. Dean also is sipping on Tuberg right there. That's the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time. He is the greatest of all time comedian in the Republic of Liberia. And, yesterday was the Say No to Drugs. Mr. Urey, let me see your t-shirt. Okay, it says Me Too, I'm a Victim, right there. And that was the campaign yesterday. And I think Honorable Benoni Urey was part of this particular protest. And I really admire him during the protest. Mr. Urey, welcome.
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Weeks? It's a pleasure having me here once more again on the perspective. It's been a long time, quietly, because I remember the last time I was here was right after I was in 2024, and when we just went out through the campaign period,
right,
and all of those kind of things. And then it was a wonderful time we had back then in last year. And when you called me today, I had all the couples of busy things to have handled. And
yeah, because I waited for you. I was like, maybe Mr. Urey is busy and this, that.
Yeah, I was probably trying to check out my schedule to see other engagement that I have, but then I realized that I had to do this, especially where we came from yesterday with the kind of a message and signal we were sending for a worthy and positive cause for this, the safety of this nation when it comes to our young people.
Oh, okay. So you people don't know who Benoni Urey is, but I know you. You own Woki Farms. You have one of the best cemetery in the country. You like call it a lawn or whatever you call it. You have also different businesses, and then there is Lone Star. People who don't know, everybody say, okay, Benoni Urey get shares in Lone Star or he owns Lone Star, what it is. And then you got other people who say, oh no, that Taylor owns Lone Star, that this, all that stuff. That's something you want to put to rest today?
Oh, you know what I would say? Sometimes you leave people with their speculation because you know Liberian people, they always into people business and they think they know about other people business more than they know themselves. So sometimes when people exaggerating and trying to speculate about you, you just give them chance to go ahead and be tumbling in their hair or whatever the case may be. But I will tell you something when you want to know who Benoni Urey is. I'm a businessman. And my whole life I've been surrounded around business. Now, I don't just go into business, but I go into business strategically.
Oh, okay.
But you know, when I came to this country, and then when I started business into this country, rather, by then we never had the communication system was poor in this country. People had to go to some place to make call through Skype and all that thing before they can talk to their family overseas and all those kind of things.
That was after the war.
Yeah, that was after the war, and you never had the form of direct communication from one point to another, especially coming from abroad. So then I said to myself, I've been somebody who travel around the world constantly and have seen into developed country and what communication is like. I told you why to have brought the first cell phone company to Liberia, which is Lone Star.
Okay.
And we name it Style Lone Star.
Why you didn't name it Benoni and daughters, Benoni and nephew, Benoni this, and you picked Lone Star?
Because I'm a patriot, and then I love to promote the image of our country, and so that other people can get to know that Liberia is a wonderful place, and we can do some greater things here too. So I decided to name it the Lone Star.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, because it was the first cell phone company that ever landed in this country here. The Lone Star. So I named it Lone Star Cell. And then when we started, and you know, with the help of other guys, we were few that started the whole business thing. That why people don't know they be running their mock gallop venting around here, talking all kind of hulu balu and what you call it. When we started this thing here, I was closer to the president by then.
Okay.
And you understand me?
Tiller then.
Tiller, President Charles, former President Charles Tiller. I was a close friend of him. I was an ally of him. That everybody that know Benoni, you really know that I was an ally of him and what you might call it. So I shared the idea with him. He bought the idea and he thought to have own a share, a little bit of share. Okay. And then the next person that came over was Emmanuel Shaw and one other. We were just four that started the whole thing here.
I see.
And then when we started the Lone Star, it blew and people started responding. But then we started to sell. Scratch card was sold for $25 and $15.
Yeah.
A recharge card was sold for $25 United States dollar, and the lease was $15. So the way you got the $5 card and the $15 card. So the dollar card and the dollar card.
There were no dollar then.
There were no dollar. There were no $5. That way you're buying the $5 card today, and then you're buying the dollar. The dollar was sold for $15, and the $5 was sold for $25. Because communication back then was very expensive. It was very expensive, and then that's how we make our copper. And then later on, the government decided to have monopolized the whole, what you might call it, system of the communication. And then they brought out other company, and they came, they said they wanted to break the tie and what you might call it.
Yeah, that was not Comion. There was another one they had, but Comion, yeah.
Yeah, we have from there on the came labor cell.
Labor cell, yeah.
Labor cell, we had labor cell, and then but when labor cell started, they were match to us.
No, Lone Star was number one.
We were number one in the country, and we started the business, so we understood it better than any other them that came. Well, it was one company who came with those Israeli, and they tried to give us a little bit of hard time because those Israeli understand marketing.
They understand what?
Marketing.
Okay, marketing.
Company called Cell Company, damn it, what you might call it. And then at a certain point in time, we battled them. They tried to get us off the market. They couldn't make it, and at the end of the day, they had to sold out. They sold out the rise of the.
But let me ask you, Benoni, you one Liberian that never went broke. or will never go broke. What is your secret?
Because I'm a businessman that understands business, and you see, it takes a lot of Liberians to invest into Liberia and into this country. I'm an investor. I take high risks when it comes to business, and I'm not just.
But my thing is, you just don't go broke,
because I have a lot of businesses around the country. So how can somebody who have multiple businesses, who sit and think a lot, can go broke? I'm gonna go broke. Now, one of the things, I'm not just a businessman, but I'm a thinker. That's one of the reasons why you see I have problem with my wife today. My relationship when I look at her, because Urey wanted me in it, her playing love with her all of the time, to be kissing, sitting on my lap, and I'm a thinker.
So it's because you couldn't be there. That's why May divorced you.
May needed more attention. She wanted me to be the pretty boy and the lovely boy type. And I ain't no lovely boy type. I got think of crap idea how to get money, make my businesses go and become a billionaire.
That's your target.
That's my target. I'm a millionaire right now. I want to
be a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, I want to be a billionaire. So I can sit there and sit there because somebody can be doing lovely with that. That was the problem between me and her.
So people who don't know why May chose to divorce you, well, because you couldn't give her more attention. It was not about money or property.
I tell you something, weeks. Look up when you have established businesses, and establishing those businesses is not just a thing, but you need to sustain those business. Substance of those businesses comes. And to be able to sustain those businesses, to become a rooted business and long-lasting, sustainable businesses, you have to be on top of your business game. Because there are a lot of other people who, by the time you pick, like for example, when we came up with this cell phone and Lone Star cell thing, other people saw the idea and said, no, we got to bring ours into this country. So you have to put yourself in a position that you can, no matter how they try to compete with you, you still got to be on top of your game and make yourself to be the master of it.
But you don't compromise your family. You may suffer with you.
So let me tell you something, amidst all of these things, ain't gonna be no family. May want to be taken care of. Who told you May don't like flashing light? And if I'm not in a position to sustain no flashiness or her, you think there gonna be May? It gonna be no May.
I think you're only talking like that, but you still like her?
How the hell I ain't gonna love me and I got married to her and how she bore me no beautiful children? And you talking about I love me, but I tell you something. When a man has a vision, he has a vision. Ain't no legs gonna change him from no vision.
What you say to those who said you cheated on May? That's why she kicked you out.
I said they're stupid. They are all stupid people, bunch of uninformed people who want to melt into people's family business and they got a jingle idea of what's going on.
So it was not about she caught you.
It was not about cheating. That's since the whole my wife and I separation came, I'm just breaking the cake out of the box today.
Yeah.
It was never because of a cheater. It was never because. Let me tell you something. Men gonna always be men, and you gonna change the father body. People who marry me because she accepted me as I were, and she decided to be with me. She loved me, and I love her. But the problem that brought this thing today is because I was there most of the time concentrating on how to turn this millionaire family into a billionaire family. And May needed more of a time from me that I wasn't giving. And May got fell up with it. You know, those Congo girls ain't gonna take shit from anybody, be it or Congo or a native. And that was made for you.
And you're drinking to that.
Oh yeah. But you answer your question, well, I love me to help and back. I can love my baby.
You still calling her baby?
Oh yeah, she my baby because she put me pure love for children.
Talking about me born you beautiful children, Tilia, Benetta, all your kids. I mean, they're all beautiful, sweet, successful as well. Why you always? I heard you have only two that you really love, Benetta and Tilia. Why you?
I love all of my children. I love all of my children.
But you love Benetta
the
more.
The reason why people would think I love Benetta and Taylor because they are with me most of the time, most especially Benetta. Mm-hmm. She always by me. She never want to go a distance from me, even when
she's daddy's girl.
She or daddy's girl, and she gonna go from me for a longer time. Next but to her is Taylor. Tony got their thing going and what you might call it, but they ain't gonna forget about that. And that's why, because for the fact they identify with me most of the time, so people think that they are my favorite too. But I love all of my children equally. I send them to the best school, give them quality education, and all of my children are successful.
Yeah. If you were to die today, who takes all your money? Tilia or Benetta?
I have my will. Mm-hmm. I have my will. And let me tell you something today. If I've been in Urey, if I die today, none of my children gonna be thinking on who gonna take this other property and who gonna take this other property and who gonna take this. Because all of them, just by me having my own businesses, little girls and all of my children, they are well established. They have their own thing going. So I think if I pass today, I can pass in peace with all my children fighting over worth and what you might call it. I think it's going to be more of how they can put or set up a management team that can run it and whatsoever comes out of it can be distributed equally instead of people who trying to rub shit of the car. Even the little one, she got her stuff going. She got a little money, a change thing, a transfer thing going on, I know BM or what you BNP or what you call it, and then she got her little or shatter girls or what you call it, soccer club and what you female soccer club and what you call it. And her dream is to be the next president of LFA.
And you think people say
besides that, she got her humanitarian thing.
If she win it, they will say you pay for it.
No, it ain't
come on.
Nothing to do with
be honest, Benetta. Anything Benetta won, you will pay for it.
Look, come on, Opa, let me tell you something about my children. When my girls want to do something, they only come and consult me and seek my consent on it.
Yeah, but to be LFA boss here, money got to go around.
Okay, but the children are making their own cash and they got the ability to handle whatever they want to do on their own. But people would think if Benetta become LFA president today, people would think say Benetta Urey influence it because they think I got money and what. But she got her own thing together. She got her own stuff together. When Talia wanted to be representative, when Talia wanted to.
You pay money. Tilia election cost you almost $5 million. That's what we got. I mean, that's what's on the street. That's the word on the street. Don't look at me like that.
People will exaggerate because I'm a millionaire and the children. All I can say to you today is my children got their own stuff together. I only buttress their effort.
Talking about your children. Is Costa your really biological son?
No, Costa ain't my son. Costa was just a little boy I heard on the radio. I heard Costa on the radio and he used to be on that. When I started listening to Costa, he was on some radio station called Hot FM with some DJ Blue who is representative today.
Okay.
And then from the way he articulated the issue and all of those things, I started taking to him and then I decided to have invested in him because by then I started having political ambition and all of that. So I called him, I said, the little kid, he got good articulation and good level of IQ and what you might call it, and he understands the political arena of Liberia. So let me invest in, I called him over and I asked him, what can I do for you and how can we, he said, I have a dream of having my own radio station and what you might call it. And that's how I invested in him and we got that voice FM thing. And then Voice FM took over the nation because it was a strong political force, and then it started to suppress the Malon Ellen Johnson administration, and Costa became a permanent figure, and then together we established the All Liberia Party, ALP.
Yeah.
And then that's how I talked to him, and then we started together. I still saw him like a son, but he no biological son to me. But
So,
I still see him
like
as
a son.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Now, Mr. Urey, if I call you like, if I'm gonna call you like I call you that. Now that we've gotten all of that aspect, people already know who you are, your business, your daughters, and all of that. Now we know all of that. Just yesterday, the whole country came together. I saw you in the march. I'm talking about the you want to open your shite again?
You're talking about the say no to drugs thing on yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You were part of it.
Not only me, but like you noted yesterday, the march of the whole drug thing into the country. When I first heard it, I thought to make up a part of it because the drug thing is playing a major role in this country, and it's destroying our young generation, and that of some of our older folks as well.
They're involved?
Oh yeah, a lot of old folks I have seen part of the drugs, what you might call the thing.
They're taking it.
They are taking into drugs. They have become addicted to drugs, and it is ruining our society at a higher level. So when I heard about the whole drugs awareness thing, I told myself, I said, I better not gonna be a part of it. I charter buses to take my people because I'm the law mayor for Carisburg.
Oh, you still hold that title?
I still hold the title law mayor. Government have come, government have gone, and they try to fight me to take it, but the citizen of Carisburg ain't in line anything. So I remain the undespicable, undefeatable law mayor of Carisburg. Even if they appoint a law mayor, he's still gonna sit behind and let me run the affairs of because they ain't got no copper to do it on their own.
Right.
And the development I have carried in that Carisburg.
You literally own Carisburg.
Carisburg. Even the government don't have money to carry local level development. So as a matter of fact, sometimes the government even come to me to loan their copper.
What?
Oh yeah, but we don't say those things because when we say it, they say, "Oh, he think he's politician.
Come on.
He's trying to."
How you loan the government money, Benoni?
Have you read your history? During the days of the late President Toba, the whole cabinet was the richest cabinet ever in the history of Liberia. Because the government used to go to the ministers and credit millions of dollars, and then when they get money, they refund the people money back. So you haven't seen government credit before?
I mean, I'm just.
They may not come to you, but the credit, they help all of those labor needs.
Wow. So, how did it go yesterday? Did you watch anything in the drug march or something that
It was a wonderful drug march yesterday because I saw diverse people from all sectors of society gather together to say no to drugs and call on the government to take a firm decision against the whole drugs thing in this country. You could see older people. I saw the level how they call it cousin prayer from Carisburg, Councilor Prayer Brown Boo. We saw a lot of people, even this lady from the Catholic, what you might call the secretary. What's her name again? What's the little name from the what you might call it? I just forgetting her name.
Yeah, go ahead.
She was there, and a lot of permanent people in society, even the former vice president was there. Mary Lauren Brown, she was part of the protest, and a lot of permanent women and men of our society was reputable people in society gathered yesterday, and they were down protesting. Even, and then later on, I saw the RG who most of the time when the people doing protests around here, he will come up with the hot water, what you might call it. He will come up with a hot water truck and deploy police all over the place. But I ain't seen none of those yet. So he even formed part of the protest, including the mayor, the city mayor of Monrovia, and all, and some other government officials formed part of the protest. So I was like, I was like, hey, are you killing me? I wanted some of their family members are victims too, because I expect them to be against the thing and seeking and asking people what are they call the permitting and all of that. But then I saw all of them into the whole thing yesterday. I said, oh, so the government is now protesting against itself. So I was wondering what's going on.
Better not kill me.
Yeah, but it may be laughable. It may be laughable, but it's serious. because most of the I expect when I saw the IG in the what you call it yesterday, I'm like, Captain, what's going on? I wanted to have gone to him and ask him, why didn't you bring the water truck to this boy's spot? Yeah, I wanted to have asked him that. Because we didn't see any deployment of police and checkpoints all over the place yesterday. So I just started to ask myself, I wonder the RG has a family member who is a victim of drugs. It got to be that way before he can go part of a protest.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And he was unguided. He was in the middle.
He was in the middle and he was in front of the whole thing, protesting. And he even at some point in time he even called on Joseph Boega to tell him that you need to take a stand. I'm like, heavens, I need help. Oh
yeah. Oh. No, you're funny. I never saw this humor, part of you.
Oh yeah, but sometimes but it takes some people to do a platform and setting conversation to bring somebody out of his or her character.
And so, if you were to be asked, Benoni, with your money, your wealth, and your influence, and all of that, you still have Zogos in Carisburg.
In Carisburg, we have a lot of Zogos in Carisburg, but they are contained. I found an amicable way to have contained them. So you don't find much of a robbery activity or checking or phone and stealing or motorbike in Carisburg. Because what I did was when I saw these children there, I started a program of rehabilitating them. Some of them wouldn't want to be rehabilitated.
Really?
Yeah, but then, but most people don't know what I'm doing in Carisburg. Most of them don't know. Not even the government know what I'm doing in Carisburg. So most of the time, those children, we have programs for them, and at the end of the day, most of them, you don't find them into much activity when it comes to the team within Carisburg, unlike other communities around Monrovia.
So, how you think? How you think? You think we can fight this scourge, this drug thing?
That's a good question. Sometimes when I see people talking and looking at certain issue, before you can, people say no to drugs should be eliminated with all of those placards and messages yesterday. I started to ask myself some questions and started plundering on some things. And then I asked these questions. I asked these questions. I said, I was wondering whether the government at some point in time has sat down to have asked themselves, how can we, because it cannot be eliminated totally.
Okay.
But it can be minimized.
So it's like you want to drop it down and all of that.
It takes a gradual process to get rid of it.
But how do you rehabilitate thousands?
Well, let me tell you something on a nation, on a world scale when it comes to drugs activity.
Go ahead then.
Even in the great America, they have not been able to minimize the flow and trafficking of drugs in America. The greatest country on earth. Even in Europe and other great countries around the world. So one may ask why. Not that they don't have the sophistication to carry, to minimize or put an end to all the kind of a thing, but I think it's a profit-making thing. Even in the great America, the drugs activity have become a profit-making thing. And when it becomes a profit-making thing, where there is money, I tell you this for a fact, there are a lot of daily deeds around there. You listen to me, Mr. Weeks?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm saying this to say that before drugs can be free from this country, the government need to take a hard stand. And how do they take a hard stand on the what you might call the drugs activity? The first thing they need to do, they need to put people who are sincere. They need to put people who are sincere about the fight of drugs over the drugs entity. And they should give the drugs enforcement entity such an autonomous power to be able to prosecute, just like they got the PPC or what you might call it, corruption, what you might call it, investigation, what you might call it, well, they invite people when you
LCC.
LCC. But with the power invested in LCC, they have to give a DEA such an autonomous power that they can be doing things on her own without any interference. That's the only way.
But you're talking drugs.
But let me tell you something.
And Liberia is, like somebody says, we're underdeveloped to stop it.
It can be stopped if we have people who are sincere against the fight of drugs.
Let me read this comment, Benoni. Let me read this comment from Selwyn Brandy. She said, Liberia is an underdeveloped country to stop drug laws in the country. Where is the security border officers at the airport?
The drugs, I tell you, most of the drugs passage into this country is not from the airport.
But they busted some from there too.
Yeah, sometimes it comes through the airport. But then, let me tell you something. Number one, I was in flight and you never let me land it, and then you read this comment. And it's a good point that this individual is coming.
That's the same thing you were saying.
With. But the first thing we need to do, the people who are spearheading the fight of drugs in this country need to be sincere to them very self and to this country.
There's no sincerity about making profit.
That's the thing I'm telling you.
You make profits that
because some Tom, Dick, and Harris's can be selling drugs in West Point, and then he friendly with one or two of the national police. These are facts.
Okay.
So Tom, Dick, and Harry can be selling drugs in West Point, and then he a friend to the 102. And then he tells the 102, I got my consignment or come so time. But all I want you to do is to escort the people in the night and go with them and cross it over. And then when they come, you get so percentage. Now tell me, how much does the operation, the 102 make at the Liberia National Police? Sometimes those money they're offering those people are 4, 5, 10 times their salary at the end of month.
That's what I'm saying.
And then why you think that 102 can compromise that money, that income that come on? He has his problem and he not even worth it or what you might call it. He can take the offer and not put the flag of Liberia and the national patriotism. Say he not gonna put it first, but he gonna go for his ballot. And then the next thing is the lack of security system.
That's what she said.
The lack of security system into this country are what causing those things. Because Liberia don't have the necessary resources and intelligence to fight drugs.
Yep. That you are right.
Take for instance, I'm a drugs of I'm a DEA officer and I'm assigned at the contact border and certain consignment come in the night and we intercept it. And this person who is trafficking those drugs look at us and tell, oh, yo, how many here? Because those children could be rude when it comes to spending cash. They say, yo, how many here on duty? Okay, you let this thing cross, I will give you so amount of money. Right. And you look at what coming in, they can compromise the interests of the state and the country and the safety of the young people, and they can take that capital because what they earning are basically peanuts that cannot even sustain they and their families. So with all of these circumstances, how can you say you are fighting drugs? Drugs is not going to be eliminated anytime soon from Liberia.
Right.
It never can be until that kingdom come. Because Liberians themselves, we are all Bella driven.
Yes,
so we can go on the street and protest and say, oh, say no to drugs and this, that. The rest of the world can see us as less basic people. Because they know exactly that ain't gonna heal enough fruit.
Right. We don't have the kind of infrastructure to fight it. You know? But you think government doing well when it comes to the end game, like rehabilitation, you know, counseling and all of that? Like, okay, leave the drug dealers, y'all bring whatever y'all bring, but our people are conscientized enough to not touch it, to not want to touch it.
They do a chink on chink.
Because nobody forcing you to take it. The drug dealer ain't telling you, say, will tell you on your phone and call me and say, Kwame, why you not buying today?
That's a nice point you just said. The government ain't doing a chink on chink. Let me tell you something that leads to some of the young people and some of the addicts into what they do. Some comes from frustration, lack of employment, and you know, a lot of factors that cause these children to do. Because you wouldn't believe that some of the kids and young men that are into this habit, men and women that are into this habit, some of them are educated. Some of them are degree holders. Some of them are graduates of high school. They had dreams before that they wanted to have accomplished. But due to the society and lack of opportunity and all of these things, it gets people frustrated at times and they go into this kind of a habit. Now, if you know as a government that you cannot minimize or put an end to the fight of the importation of drugs into this country, you lack the capacity, what do? Engage into massive awareness. How can you conscientize your young people to stay away from the substance that the people are bringing into this country? That's an easier way to fight this thing. Because if you conscientize this man to not go and take this thing here because of the danger surrounding it and what it may, and he told this person.
And Mr. Urey, I told somebody yesterday, I told them that they said, oh, do this to the drug dealer, do this. I said, look, you're not normal, you're crazy. If only you had any clue of a person who traffic drugs, who sell drugs, and how they think, you will not mess around them. Conscientize your children, teach them to stay away. Teach them to stay away from substance. And if the drug dealers find out that people not buying from them, they will find a different market.
They'll find different market to probably invest into.
Right.
Because if you conscientize the young people, massive awareness across this country on the danger of drug and taking in substance, let me tell you who the young people do now want the better for themselves.
Yeah.
Now I always told people that government need to do better.
And the parents need to open their eyes. Yeah, they need to ask themselves, where did I go wrong?
One of the things that the pastor me sometimes, I just sit down and laugh on my phone is that when I hear that government is carrying on some rehabilitation program, they're going to build some 6 or 7 bedrooms a house, and then they take these children, put them into the house, feed them 3 times a day, and flush the drug out of the system, and they think they are rehabilitating them.
Because somebody wants to get paid.
The government, first, what they need to do is to construct a rehabilitation center. And where do you construct those kind of places? Look for a place in Lofa.
Yeah.
Look for a place in Grand Chile.
No, use river says in fact.
Okay, river says. Look for a place in Nimba.
Right.
Some of those jungle construct those places.
Well, you and use then helicopter
to get there. And then those places should be surrounded at those vicinity. You have to be carrying on some agricultural activity.
Yeah.
And then you also need to have vocational training at those places. So as those children go through the refining process, they coming out of those places with technical skills and what you might call it.
Yeah.
Some of them have done farming and produce a lot of crop for this country.
They ain't gonna go back.
They ain't gonna go back. Because they have seen themselves reintegrated into society and being refined. But you take some cake and put them in some 5-bedroom and flush the drug out of the system for 3 months, and then you say you have rehabilitated them, and then you graduate, you have a ceremony program and say we graduated these 35 people or 150 people, they have been rehabilitated.
And come back with no job.
Come back with no job, no skill training.
You don't even have a place to stay.
No place to stay, and at the end of the day, you put them back into the society, and they go meet up with those same old friends of theirs. And then you say you have really rehabilitated people. Are you killing me? We ain't doing a shilly thing here.
Who calling you, Namid?
Some of those Congo people from Kiri, but some of they enjoy me. And now we enjoying you, Mayor.
Oh, that's what oh wow. Okay, let's talk about, Mr. Urey, let's talk about, it's been a long time since you and Kun and Yombly, how are you people?
Brother, I don't want to talk about, you know, I've been in my little.
You had the COP thing going, and all of you were
I was part of the COP when and when the real government came into power, and then we have some of the differences with policy, understanding, and all of that. And I decided to part my ways, and then I brought about the ALP, the All Liberian People Party, and then later on, when the conglomeration of political party came about, the COP, I decided to form a part because I deemed it necessary back then. And then when I formed part of the COP, we were there together, and then things was going on synonymously. But then later on, we had a split, a misunderstanding. When the now president started going against the code of conduct and principles of the what you might call it. And one person I got pissed off firstly was my brother Alexander Cummings, and what you might call it.
Yeah, that guy.
The accusing of this, what you might call it, fraudulently changing of the constitution of the COP and all of those kind of things. And then when we went through the case, we saw that they were just making news all of or nothing because they knew that at the end of the day, this was going to happen. So, and then we parted ways. And since then, I just have decided to stay my low key.
When the last time you saw President Boakai?
I don't go around him.
Why?
Because I see him as a betrayer to the All Liberian People Party, and it's official.
Come on, Benoni. Let bygone be bygone.
No, what are you talking about bygone people? Let me tell you. I'll tell you something today.
You're not looking for money from the president.
I'm not looking for money from the.
You got you rich.
I'm not looking for money
from. So yeah, let it go.
I'm not looking for money from Mr. Boakai, but what I will tell you today, loyalty pays.
But he's an older person. He don't have to be loyal to you. Loyalty is more.
He old, then he probably need to go and retire, take pension, and then rest. Or old man cannot be a president. So don't refer to him as old person, because to run a office such that he is running. You gotta be a critical thinker. You gotta be somebody who is a energetic and whatchamacallit. And
So
I think
what would it cost you to sit down with him? Why, if he calls you and say, come
I'm
in?
not gonna attend to a call from Mr. Parker because I felt betrayed by Mr. Parker. We formed part of the COP and we had a understanding, we had a code that we were working with, and he breached.
You could wake up one morning and he announce you with a big job. Will you?
Because I'm not. Well, you think I'm really looking for a job in this
No,
country?
you're not. But just to provide your service.
How much can this government pay me that I am not making right
just
now?
to pay your service?
Pay my service for what?
For what you did.
I'm already paying my service for my very self. I don't need to be in government. I'm a businessman. All I want is the necessary environment that I can be able to explore my businesses and make money for myself. If I want to be in government, I would want to file for the higher position, which is for the presidency, because I would want to transform Liberia.
You still got that ambition?
Oh yeah, I still got the ambition because I think I have a lot to offer Liberian people.
Because I'm hearing that Weah and Cummings might not come back. And so,
well, I don't know. I haven't spoke to them for them to have told me that they don't have politics and interest anymore. But what I know is that I still have political ambition to be president, and I think I'll be in Urey. I think this is the time.
What would a Urey presidency look like?
I think now I'll be in Urey. This is the time we amidst of all that is happening. Amidst of all that is happening, I think come 29, I'll be in Urey can be the people choice to unseat.
What would a Urey presidency look like?
Oh, well, I think a Urey presidency, it can be very fabulous. You can have people, we will be giving businesses small business loan, and will be encouraging people to go into agriculture, and there will be a massive monopoly or business competition into this country because I came from the business background, and I have the technical and ideas to transform our business sector.
Education,
I tell you, our education system can come back to the days when education was so vibrant and people used to come from all of the country.
All walks of life.
All walks of life. I remember in the University of Liberia and Cotton, people used to travel from other African countries to come and attend here to gain education here, because our education system back then was up to the standard, and I'm going to revamp it and carry it back to start a call. So a presidency with a Benoni Urey, it can be something that no one could have imagined.
Will your presidency be, would it allow dissent? Will you let people speak their mind, or?
Oh yeah, there can be freedom of speech.
You're going to suppress all of that.
It can be freedom of speech. Because I've been like you. I have good rapport with people. People love me, and I'm a person who open to conversation, and I take advices and listen to what you might call it. So it's gonna be a beautiful thing.
And before we talk about my final stuff, you're on the farm now with how many people?
I got about 75 workers on my farm, or domestic workers that I'm working and running after things in my company. At the Lone Star cell, I have 150 employees, probably more than that.
At Lone Star?
At Lone Star, probably more than that. I think about that number might be twice right now, or what you call it. I think I'm exactly ready, but I think it might be or probably over 1,000, because we have different branches in all the 15 counties, and people are working and what you might call it, because we having one of the higher employed into this country right now when it comes in the GSM market.
Someone said me ask you this, that they want to know if your son is part of your party or he's with Unity
No,
Party.
he did something very unspeakable, and then I decided to distance myself from him.
Okay. Have you spoken to him lately?
I don't talk to him anymore like before.
But you that fully cut away from him.
That's it.
Is there anything you wish to add, Mr. Urey?
Other than that, my business is that people are not really buying scratch cards a few days. So I ran all the gas. So I want some people to send me something. I want some.
What you say, Mr. Urey?
People not really buying scratch cards these days. So I running all the couple and then looking at all of my engagements. So right now I came here. I'm all of gas and I need to go back. So I need about 10% to send me the couple. Let me walk away with some $500 so there, so I can be able to get me gas for my vehicle.
Okay, Mr. Urey. Let me put your number up. That's 231-5555. What else?
555-569920. That's a Lone Star number.
And you say, that's Joseph, right?
Yep, the Joseph. 0776894451. And I would love if the audience can ask me couples of questions too.
That's Joseph.
And beg them, please let them do it now so that I can see the notification coming, because my home going depends on that too. But you see, while the economy has been into a Benoni, you will go on all the gas. Can you imagine?
Prince is asking if you can come to the U.S.
Or if people want to invite me to the U.S., no, I think they still got me on a sanction. They still got me on a sanction. But damn fool their asses.
Richard Jackson, she said, don't say that. But if people hear you with all the money you have, and then Mr. Urey, you can't be like, you're just an honest person. Not many Liberians will say or do what
I'll tell you something today that people don't know. Even the person who got money will go broke sometime. But what can make for us to have couple, what can cover all up is our assets. Sometimes we use our assets to get back into to startup codes and working. That's why you see money people always invest a lot into different what you might call it.
Wow. And so if you need to ask a question or join the broadcast, hit that red button and we will bring you on immediately. Once you hit the button, we will bring you on and you will be able to ask Mr. Urey anything you feel like asking him. So hit the button and we're going to bring you on. Okay? Again, if you're following, we say this is Mr. Joseph Bayoka Dane, and he is impersonating as Benoni Urey, and that's what. Okay, we got two persons out here. Let's bring Moses Guel before we bring in Charles. Moses. Okay, Moses is there. Moses.
Yeah.
He's joining. Okay. Where you're joining us from, sir?
Yeah, I'm joining you all from the great state of Iowa, United States of America.
Oh, okay. So that means you're not far from where Mr. Urey kids are.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to know what happened to Binda since the confrontation between she and the police and Mr. Jallo. What?
But what kind of trouble, JC? You're talking to Mr. Benoni Urey, and then you're talking about what I got to do with Binta, what you might call it.
Okay, Mr. Urey, I want to find out from you, Mr. Urey. Sometimes when you're asking questions to you gotta go all over. However, you were talking about trust issues. You think the consumer are the problem or the importer?
I think the problem is coming from the government because if the importer don't have the necessary, you listening to me? Are you
Yes,
listening?
I'm listening.
I
I'm
think
listening.
if a system is put in place that the importer is having difficulties to transport their goods or smoothly into this country and it's not working for them after they have invested a lot of money into those goods and to bring it into the country is giving them a lot of difficulties at times. I don't think they will want to continue with those kind of a business. They will have to switch. But for the fact that they can enter with those with those substances smoothly into the country. I think the problem is not from them, but the problem is with the government.
So, another thing, Mr. Urey, I know you are friendly with the president, even though during the campaign you have some different issues.
No, I'm
Uh,
not friendly with the president. I'm not friendly with the president. When we were in the coalition, it was when
uh-huh.
I was closer to him and he even borrowed some money from me.
Okay. So, did you give your money back?
Not yet. Those are some of the things that pissing me off, and I don't want to see him anymore around me here. Because those are not people to call friend and ally or
So,
ally.
okay, Mr. Urey, here is my recommendation. Maybe you can pass it over to the trust enforcement in Liberia. Let the great United States they use the citizen to be informer. So like the
My
very
brother, don't
integral.
even you can come there even to use the citizen to inform you. You gotta get the citizen some copper. And they got
Yes,
no resources to get to know people. So how the hell they gonna be informer?
that's what I'm
Right.
coming to. That's what I'm coming to. So what the police or the DEA need to do, the government and the legislature to come up with a bill and give those people good money and pump it into the community so that they can be a informer. And they should be able to enforce the law. If they got John Brown should go to jail. John Brown shouldn't get by on the street. That's the only way. And Mr. Urey, we have to be very careful. I supported the Unity Party. I'm still supporting the Unity Party. But my fear, we don't want for Liberia to be narcotic state. If Liberia become narcotic state, you're not going to walk on the street freely. So this drug business is not about party, it's about Liberia. We all should come together.
Like you behind town, because we have graduated from the level of narcotics and we gone to cocaine and
Yeah,
tar.
yeah, narcotic is
And
a
you gotta talk
general
about me
name.
quick, real
Yeah,
quick.
Yeah,
Mr.
that's a whole
Urey,
different.
Mr. Urey, narcotic, that's the general name. Because like in Liberia, be the Mexico, we are in Syria.
Let's get Charles on,
Okay,
please.
thank you very much. Like
Yeah.
you need to go visit the contribution for the gasoline to be like the total man the other day.
Let's bring Prince.
Who?
Prince. Let's bring Prince in.
Okay, Prince. Because I'm looking for my gasoline business. So
Prince is joining now, I
you
think.
need to call Queen. You need to call Queen on the live here.
Prince,
Yeah, Mr. Urey, how you doing?
I'm cool, my child. How you doing, Baba?
I'm fine, Mr. Urey. Well, let me just ask you a question. I got two questions actually for you.
Okay,
The
go
first
ahead.
one is on Tell Urey, your daughter. I know
Oh,
that
you want
incident
to
that
tell her? No,
happened.
you want to tell her you it.
No, I just want to ask you a question about her,
Okay, go
about her.
ahead.
You think she's going to be running for any public office again in the future? So,
Well, I don't know about that. I cannot speak to that because she and myself having have a recent conversation surrounding that.
okay,
And
my
I think
next
the
question
best,
again.
I think. I think the best person to have posed such a question to is Telia, because she got her dream and her vision, and she know what she want for herself. I'm not there to decide for her or what she only share things with me when she think it's prudent.
That's a fair answer, Mr. Urey. I respect that. And my next question again, I know given everything that happened in the CPP and with everything with the document, where is your position, your stand on that? On that, you think Mr. Cummings really mess around with that document? And is there any way, given everything that happened, that I know earlier that it was said that Mr. Cummings may not run in 2029, but this is politics. You always want to declare your intention when the time is right. But do you think is there any way that you guys can set things up and perhaps given what happened in the country right now, give Liberia a more viable option? What your perspective at this time?
When it comes to what Mr. Cummings tampered with the document as was accused of, I don't and what my stand was with it. I think from all proceedings that went on in what you might call the court, the highest jurisdiction of law, exonerated Alexander Cummings, and based on that fact, some of who were part of the COP, we took side for the fact that he was wrongly accused, and the law ruled in his favor, and what you might call it. That what led us to take side with him, and we all stood with him, and so that's what led to my withdrawal from the COP. And today, I'm alone and not part of that coalition anymore. And then to answer the next question as to whether Alexander Cummings gonna run 29, that his predicament, that his fish to fry, I'm not gonna fry it for him, please.
Yeah, but if in the case he should run, and what I know about him is a man, he's a reconciler. He maybe may intend to reconcile
If
with
you were
you and make
ask,
sure that you guys.
if you were to ask me, Penina, you think can 2029 you're gonna be the next president of this republic? I would definitely tell you that come 2029, Benoni Urey is the next president of Liberia, because the Liberian people is gonna be my time, and the Liberian people gonna post their confidence in me to be the next president. Benoni Urey.
But what the Liberian people will be concerned with, Mr. Urey, is the same with Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor relationship with America was not that
I
good,
think we
and
have
Charles Taylor
enough
even
for you. We need
regretted
to
that.
take the next caller. We have
And
enough for you. I think we
you have a difficult relationship with
go
America.
and
You're on
visit the
sanction.
cat. My young man, I need gas to go and visit the cat. Are you asking random questions that you shouldn't be asking? Putting your mouth into the place they belong to.
Yeah, he's asking. So hit the button and then we'll bring you on. Uh, do you believe the Liberian people will elect you come the next presidential
Oh
election?
yeah, I could be the next president of the Republic of Liberia. I've been in our year will be the next president.
Wow. Okay, guys. This is
Even if the rest of Liberia don't vote me, the people of the vote that can come from Kirisburg can make me the president of this republic.
come on. Where they will be passing from? How many people in Kirisburg?
I will input a lot of people into Kingsburg, and the highest vote will come from that district. I even thinking of running as a representative, because I'm not sure of the presidency. So I want to go for representative for that district, and I can win it a landslide. I will just calculate how many approximately how many votes I need, and I get no NTA parties to import people and then have them register. I got the money and capacity to do
No,
that.
with the money you do.
I'm gonna become representative. I can go in the House of Parliament and buy the speakership and become the next speaker of the 56th legislature. And then after that came the popularity, and then I become the president come 2030.
Wow. Wow. How old are you now, Mr. Ure? Or you?
That is consecutive. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, okay, that's
it's
okay.
Public media and what you might call it. It's that when the campaign reaches here, you can know how old I am.
is that overall, you've been very, very quiet, and it's paid off. What do? You wake up in the morning, have your breakfast, you
have my
eat.
breakfast and to my record. Since me left me, I just been like let me tell you something today too. Since me left me,
Ellen send you $20.
okay, Ellen, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I'm cautioning you guys to do more because the vehicle I drive will take the reserve is like 25 gallon. And then right now it's below the reserve. So you have to reach it to 25 gallon and then put another 25 to reach half a tank before I can be able to move tonight. So probably I would need probably like 200 and some more bucks. Yeah, that's the ratio tonight, please. So you'll try to meet up with the target and what you
Let's
call.
bring Peter here, and then
So like what you were saying, what's the question again,
let's bring Peter in, and then we can wrap it up
Peter?
because it's 10. Peter is on.
I'm off all the way white. Hello. I was driving by and I saw you. I was thinking.
Yeah, you're live. Tell us where you're joining us from, Peter.
Oh, thank you. I'm joining you from California, USA.
Okay, Charlie
Uh,
boy.
I don't have a question to ask Mr. Urey, but the previous guy that just came from there, why he was saying about America or whatsoever, you should know that, for example, Abraham Traore, he does not have any contact with the U.S., but he's making a lot of progress in his country. So it doesn't matter whether America support you or not, as long you have your goal to develop your country, that can move on.
Mhm.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. And thank you, Mr. Urey, for always coming on the show to really talk to us about we the Liberian.
I think I'm going to ask him a question. He left already.
Yeah, he's gone.
You stay there?
Yeah, Slavens are in Liberia to combat drugs, check containers, drugs, and it's just technology wise and all of that. So let's hear your final comment, Mr. Urey. Then we can wrap it up. It's 10.
What I want to say here to my Liberian people, all of you here in this country, I know that Liberia is our only common denominator, and everyone wants the best of this country. Who's Mr. Weeks? When it comes to who is at risk more into this country, is we who take our hard-earned money and invest it into the society. And if anything should have happened, if things should have gone wrong, where we have economic earthquake or what you call it, bankrupt, and what you call it, we the business people are to lose it all. Are you listening to me, Mr. Weeks?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
So, what I will say to my Liberian people is one thing. We have to exhibit three qualities if we must move this country forward. We have to, henceforth, we have to exhibit three qualities if we must move this country forward. And you want to know what the three qualities are?
No, yeah, go ahead.
The first thing we need to do is to learn how to be sincere to ourselves and to be sincere to this country.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's insincerity that brings about corruption.
Yeah, it's all right, Mr. Urey.
It's insincerity that brings about unpatriotism.
Mm-hmm.
It's insincerity that brings about compromisation.
Wow.
First thing we need to do as Liberian people is to try and be sincere. The next thing, you want to know what next on the list, Mr. Weiss? The next thing on the list, we need to learn to try to love one another and be supportive. That's the only way we can be able to grow as a nation.
when we love one another and be supportive to one another, then we will want to build one another and impact one another. That's the only way we can have a vibrant society. Last thing I would say, Mr. Weiss, are you listening? Last thing I would say to Liberian people. Last thing I would say.
Peter just sent you $25.
Okay, thank you, Peter. You can do more exhibit the quality of Peter and Ellen. Because they are the people of the mind today in the life and what you will call it. Last thing I would say to Liberian people. Let us not put our self-interest first but that of the nation. Hello, Mr. Woods.
I'm listening.
Let us not put our self-interest first but that of the nation. That's the only way Liberia can move forward. And we should learn to abide by system. Liberia don't have a system. If we can put a few things in place, Liberia going to be the most beautiful place on planet Earth. I rest my case. And it was nice having me right here today. I thank you for all of you that view the show, viewer, and follow us the live and watch McCullough, and those of you that contributed to my gasoline, and those of you that haven't contributed to the gasoline yet, please do before Mr. Kwame can wrap it all up.
Thank you so much. That is Mr. Dean right there. And again, I told you, like I said, this is a kind courtesy. This particular program was paid for by Tuber.
Listen to me. Let me say something about the little beer I'm drinking. Please turn the camera back to me, please. Because you know what I learned about this beer? I think it has 4%. 4.6. 4.6%, almost 5. Because it was just shorting like a 4, or what you call it, to make it 5. And I'll tell you something, by the time you consume 2 of these, you already getting sober. Oh yeah, because that's my experience. Because people think you kind of a thing react to people differently. Because people got different resistance and what you call it. And guess what? When you, I don't care as much as you can drink. The next morning when you wake up, you gonna have no hangover and none of those kind of a thing and this and that. And it tastes so nicely.
Yes, it is.
And they pull a all of beer, what they can pull a lot of yeast and what you call it, and then when you people drinking it continually for 1 month, you see your belly swollen up and what you call it. Look at my belly here, you see anything? Can tell the thing to you and see whether see your belly too, because I know you and I will drinking sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it right here. Ain't got no side effect. It's very nice, no hangover.
Natural. Since 1880.
Since 1880, and guess what? It also stimulates you. But the last time I tried 2 of them and one of them are little young because you don't say me, you even left the house. That's the reason why most of you don't know why Penetra and I are so close, because you are bringing some of those young friends for me to keep me going on and on. Yeah. I've been in our over now, cook on the little children still licking my little penis too.